$5.
Yeah, I
What
knew
did he do
it
to
was
you?
recent.
What did he do to you? Did he get you?
I was, well, I got bruises all over my butt where I fell,
Oh, no.
shooting at him.
Are you on yet?
No.
Not yet.
Okay, 126.
Oh, we first, huh? That's good.
That's a good thing,
Yeah.
I guess. That's not right. Why can't I hear?
Gosh.
Okay, can you hear me, Miss Thorne?
Yes, Your Honor.
Good morning, Mr. Asta.
Good morning, Judge.
Well, I didn't see you my last trip into community bank like I did trip before.
There you go. Yeah.
Well, I'm so sorry to hear about your loss.
Well, thank you so much, sir. I really miss her.
I bet you will. All right, if I could get you to raise your right hand, please, Tony. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this call should be the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Okay, Mr. Asta, I'm going to show you what purports to be the last will and testament of Rosemary Asta. Do you recognize that as being her will?
Yes, sir.
And I'm going to go back to the signature page. And ask you, is that her signature on that document?
It is her signature.
And after the date she made this will, which would have been on June 24th of 2008, did she ever change it or revoke it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, go right ahead, Ms. Thorne.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Asta, do you have the proof of death and other facts in front of you right now?
Yes,
Have you had a chance to review it?
yes,
And is it true and correct, all the facts stated in it?
it is true and correct.
Thank you. I'm going to have you go ahead and sign now. Perfect. And I'll notarize that right quick, Your Honor. Okay, we have it done.
All right, Mr. Asta, I've signed the order admitting Mrs. Asta's will to probate and authorizing the county clerk to issue letters testamentary that will give you authority to act on behalf of the estate. I know that Ms. Thorne and Mr. Broussard are going to do a great job of guiding you through the process and explaining to you how it works. So if there's anything we can do, y'all let us know, and I hope y'all have a great week.
Thank you so much, sir.
Take
Thank
care
you,
of yourself. Mr. Quigley on Solinger. So, here's you. Looks like JT Haynes is a witness.
Yes, sir. No, I don't see. Well, that may happen.
Like that? Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good to see you.
Hey, Greg,
Same here. Yeah, same here. Is this John?
it's JT. Or Joe? What's happening, man?
Oh, JT, man. What's going on, Joe?
It's all good.
Hey,
Okay,
Greg.
now I've got all the everybody on one screen here. Excellent. Hey, everybody.
Hey.
Good morning.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning, Your Honor.
All right. I'll waive the oath for Mr. Haynes, Mr. Logsdon, and Ms. Valentine. If you'll raise your right hands, please. Do you and each of you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this call shall be the truth, so help you God?
I do, Your Honor.
Okay, go right ahead, Mr. Quigley.
Mrs. Valentine, I understand that you've read this proof of death and other facts, and to the best of your knowledge, everything in there is true and correct. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Very well. And Mr. Haynes, I understand you've read this testimony of witness on facts of airship, and best of your knowledge, everything in there is true and correct. Is that right?
That's right, John.
And you knew Mr. Solinger for probably 45, 50 years. Is that correct?
Close to 50, yeah. Sixth grade.
Very good. And Mr. Logston, I understand you've read your testimony of witness on facts of airship, and you also believe everything in there is true and correct. Is that right?
That's true. I do. I've read it.
And about how long had you known Mr. Solinger?
Since the second grade. So long time.
Very well. All right, that's all I have, Your Honor.
Okay, so Ms. Valentine, what's going to happen, pardon me, is that you're going to make arrangements with Mr. Quigley to sign your proof of death and other facts and your oath before a notary public, get those to him. The two disinterested witnesses will sign their proofs before a notary, and those will be e-filed by Mr. Quigley with the county clerk. When he does that, I will sign the judgment declaring heirship and the order authorizing independent administration of your brother's estate. Mr. Quigley then will get you letters of administration that will give you legal authority to act on behalf of the estate so that you can deal with financial institutions, insurance companies, real estate title companies, and so forth. You'll need to make sure that you cooperate with Mr. Quigley in getting him a listing of the assets of your brother's estate so that he can prepare and file an inventory with the court within 90 days of the date I signed the order. But other than that, I know he's going to do a good job of guiding you through the process. Thank you to the disinterested witnesses for showing up. And JT, I'm gonna have to tell you my story. I was at the ranch for opening weekend and got attacked by a boar hog. I'm gonna have to share it with you later.
I'll be glad to hear it.
But needless to say, from now on, I'm gonna leave the 380 at the camp and carry a 45.
That's right.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank
All right,
you.
y'all. Great.
Thank you, Your Honor.
John, have a good day.
Y'all take care.
Thank you.
Mr. Hines is independent administration. That item is John Macy.
Judge, you want your regular coffee cup?
That's fine.
I'll go get it for you.
Liz is fine. Okay. It's Bruni.
Yeah.
This dependent.
Yes, sir.
Good order. Good morning, Mr. Hines.
Morning, Judge.
Okay, Ms. Marr.
Good morning.
Good morning. Ms. Mays. Which one's Ms. Mays?
Good morning.
Ms. Manuel?
Morning.
All right. If y'all would raise your right hands, please. Do you and each of you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this call should be the truth, so help you God?
I do.
I do.
Okay, go right ahead, Mr. Hines.
Ms. Marr, we're here regarding the estate of Michael Shane Marr. That was your ex-husband, is that right?
Yes.
And you and Mr. Marr had one child together, Avery Marr, who's a minor.
Yes.
And y'all haven't been divorced. Your daughter Avery is his only child, and that would be the sole heir of his estate, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. And you've read all the, I'm sorry, I prepared a proof of death and other facts, and you've reviewed that document. Is everything there true and correct?
Yes.
And then also we prepared an affidavit of assets based on the information that's known to you at this time. And to, I guess it's fair to say that he had some financial issues, is that right?
Yes.
And then given the amount of his debts and also the child support owed for the child and everything, he's pretty much upside down on assets, but everything in that document is true and correct as well.
Yes.
Okay. That's all I have for the applicant, Your Honor.
Ms. Bruni, any questions of this witness?
No, sir.
Okay, I've read your report. Thank you. Go right ahead, Mr. Hines.
And Ms. Manuel, you knew decedent and you know the applicant as well, is that right?
Yes.
And I've prepared a statement of facts and sent that to you for review. Is everything in there true and correct?
Yes.
Okay. I'm done with this witness too, Your Honor.
No questions.
Thank you.
And Ms. May, same thing. We prepared a statement of facts. It's in front of you. Had you reviewed that document and is everything there true and correct?
Yep. Yes, sir.
That's all I have for this witness, Your Honor.
Okay, I have a question, Mr. Hines. It appears to me that the applicant and the decedent were divorced just a couple months before his death. Is that correct?
Yes.
But then it has a unpaid child support on the affidavit of assets of $100,000. How'd that happen?
Well, the child support amount, that's not arrearage, Your Honor. That's the amount of child support that's owed. It's still an obligation of the estate. Because she's only, what, 9 years old? Yeah, she's only.
Very
so that's
good. That answers my question. Thank you.
Are we doing the next one immediately?
That's all we have, Your Honor, on this estate. Did you have anything else?
Okay, you have a notary there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let me know when everything's signed and notarized.
On your name. Oh, yours right here. And then on your name right here.
Ms. Bruni, if you have no other questions, you may be excused. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Judge.
While they're signing, Your Honor, I have another hearing in Livingston. If you want to move on to the next one while I shuffle everybody in and out, we'll be waiting for you whenever you're ready for us.
Okay, we'll do that. Just let me know when you're notarized so I can go ahead and get these orders signed.
They're all done, Your Honor.
Hey, Ms. Moore, I have signed the judgment declaring heirship and the order authorizing administration of the estate. And I know Mr. Hines will do a good job of guiding you through the process. Let me see here. I'm gonna ask that, because they just got a divorce, there would have been an inventory done, is that correct?
I don't know if there was an inventory of, was there a pretty detailed inventory in your divorce decree?
Not in the divorce now.
I think it was one of those, you just take everything in your possession and I take everything in my possession.
Okay, I'm gonna set the bond at $40,000, but I'm gonna order that within 10 days of receiving her letters, that you notify the court of the amount of cash on hand in demand and any other time accounts, and give me an updated affidavit of assets, okay?
Okay,
All right, thank y'all so much. I hope everything goes well.
thank you.
Take care.
His Livingston estate, John Macy is the ad litem on, and he has to go to court.
Okay, we're gonna wait for you to get the other witnesses in because Mr. Macy's the ad litem and he has got to get to court. So why don't you hurry up and get your other witnesses in here as quick as you can.
Good, good.
Yeah, let me just see that ad litem report on, or the Livingston file. Yes, Nathan?
She was calling Macy needed to go back.
Oh.
You can't tell me that before you have stopped. You don't hear nothing.
All these deaths are COVID, not flu. We were having millions of people a year die from the flu.
I need wood. I need to buy some wood. I need like a whole cord. Unbelievable.
We're ready, Your Honor.
Hey, Mr. Livingston, if you raise your right hand. That's it. I hear you, Mr. Mason.
I'm sorry. Yes, Judge.
And Mr. Graham and Miss Daniel, if you'll raise your right hands, all three of you, please. Do you and each of you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this call should be the truth so help you God?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, go right ahead, Mr. Hines.
Mr. Livingston, we're here on the estate of your late wife, Micah Ann Livingston. She passed away on June 7th, 2021. Is that right?
Yes.
And she died without leaving a will.
Right.
Okay. And you and her had were married at the time of her death, and y'all had 2 children together, both of which are adults now. Is that right?
Yes.
And she didn't have any other children from any prior marriages or anything.
No.
Okay. And we have prepared a proof of death and other facts document that we have sent you in advance. Have you reviewed that document, and is everything in there true and correct?
Yes.
That's all we have for the applicant.
Any questions, Mr. Macy?
No, Your Honor.
I've read your report. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Go right ahead, Mr. Hines.
And we'll move to Miss Daniel. We sent you again, you're familiar with the family, you live next door, is that right? And we had sent you, or we prepared and sent you, and is anything in that document correct?
Yes.
That's all we have for this witness, Your Honor.
Okay, both Jordan and Kennedy are above the age of 18?
Yes, sir.
Okay, go right ahead.
And then moving on to Mr. Graham. Mr. Graham, same thing. You were familiar with the family, is that right? And we had prepared a statement of facts that's in front of you. Is everything in that document true and correct? That's all we have for that last witness, Your Honor.
Okay, any questions of the disinterested witnesses, Mr. Macy?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, I understand you have to be in court, so I've read your report and signed your order, so if you need to be excused, you may be excused, Mr. Macy.
Thank you, Judge.
All right. All right, let me know when everything's notarized and signed, Mr. Hines.
On the second page where your name is, just sign right there.
Hey, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Livingston, I've signed the judgment declaring heirship and the order authorizing independent administration of Ms. Livingston's estate. So what's going to happen now is Mr. Hines is going to e-file those proofs that each of you have signed with the county clerk. When he does that, he'll be able to get you letters of independent administration that will give you authority to act on behalf of your wife's estate, so that you can deal with real estate title companies, financial institutions, insurance companies, and so forth. Please make sure that you cooperate with him in getting him a listing of the assets of the estate, because he has 90 days from today to file an inventory with the court. But otherwise, you're good to go. And I want to say thank you to the disinterested witnesses for appearing here today. We appreciate your time. It greatly aids the court in getting things done more quickly. And Mr. Hines, if there's anything else y'all need on this, just give me a call, okay?
Thank you, Judge.
All right, y'all have a great week.
Thank you.
Take care.
All right.
Okay, what happened to my docket? I must have put it
It
in.
might be in here. Here it is.
That one. Okay, Mr. Celeste.
Morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, Mr. Celeste. Have you gotten all of your waivers and contents in?
Yes, Your Honor, and Mike is appearing from, Mike, did you say it's your daughter's laptop?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's why it says Lindsay Whitney on there. But anyways, that's Mike Flores.
Good morning. How are you doing?
Good.
Those waivers of two death.
Huh?
Said there's 2 death certificates and waivers. from that.
Yes, Your Honor, we had the will appointed George Flores, the decedent's spouse, as executor, and he's deceased, and then it appointed the daughter Melinda as the successor executor. She's also deceased, so this is a probate of a will or independent administration with a will annexed. So that's why we've got Mr. Flores here being appointed.
Okay, Mr. Flores, if I can get you to raise your right hand, please. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this call shall be the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Flores, I'm gonna hold up what purports to be the last will and testament of Catherine Flores. Do you recognize that as being her will?
Yes, sir.
And I'm going to go to the signature page and ask you, is that her signature on that document?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
After the date she made this will on September 1st, 2009, did she ever change it or revoke it?
No, sir.
Okay, Mr. Celeste, had Mrs. Flores already been appointed as representative of Mr. Flores' estate?
Your Honor, let me see here.
I'm just wondering whether or not a successor is going to be needed in his estate.
Yeah, let's see here. I don't know. Mike, was
Well,
there?
I'll give you time to check on that. In the meantime, we'll just go ahead and take care of that.
Sure, sounds good. Okay, hey, Mike,
Yes, sir.
prior to coming in here today, you committed your testimony to writing and your proof of death and other facts. Is everything stated therein true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I have nothing further, Your Honor.
Okay, so Mr. Flores, what you're going to do is you're going to make arrangements to sign that proof of death and other facts and your oath before a notary public and get those to Mr. Celeste. He's going to e-file those with the county clerk. When he does that, I'll sign the order authorizing administration of your mother's estate with will annexed. You'll need to make sure that you cooperate with him in getting him a listing of the assets of your mother's estate, because he's going to have 90 days from the date I sign the order to file an inventory with the court. But otherwise, I know he'll guide you through the process, and I hope everything goes well. And y'all let us know if you need anything else. Y'all have a great week.
Thank you, Your Honor. You too.
Thank you.
Take care. Mr. Mills, self-approved co-applicants. Good morning, Mr. Mills.
Good morning, Judge.
All right, you have Ms. Fontenot and Mr. Kaiser with you, is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay, could I get you to raise your right hands, please? Do you and each of you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this call shall be the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Mr. Kaiser, where is Ethel Ann Street? I don't recognize that.
That's, it's actually China. It's off of Turner Road. It's, matter of fact, the house right next to me is Beaumont, but the house next to that one is China. So I'm right on that border.
Gotcha. And Ms. Fontenot, you live in China too?
Yes, sir, I do.
All right. All right, I'm gonna hold up what purports to be the last will and testament of Betty Coates. Do y'all recognize that as being her will?
Yes,
Yes.
we do.
And I'm gonna go back to the signature page. Ask you, is that her signature on that document?
Yes.
Yes, it is.
And after the date she made this will on July 23rd of 2021, did she ever change it or revoke it?
No, she
No,
did
sir.
not.
All right, go right ahead, Mr. Mills.
Thank you, Judge. Mr. Kaiser and Ms. Fontenot, this is the proof of death and other facts that you have in front of you. Have you both read this document?
Yes.
And are all the statements in this document true and correct?
Yes.
Okay, I'll ask you to go ahead and sign just the way your name's typed on the proof. And then I'll act as the notary. And Mike, you can go ahead and sign your oath.
Okay.
Stating that you'll carry out your duties as co-executor. Deborah, you can sign your oath.
Okay.
Stating the same.
Mr. Mills, where do y'all office?
We're in the Mobile Oil Credit Union building on Calder.
Well, I see that the firm budget did not allow for artwork on the walls.
You're just looking at the wrong wall.
Well, I look more like a surgical suite.
We're in the same building as Bank and Son in Oxford.
I see.
You know where that is?
Oh, you're talking about the pumpkin building.
Yeah, the old pumpkin building.
Yeah.
Judge, I've notarized the proof and the oaths.
Okay, Mr. Kaiser and Ms. Fontenot, I have signed the order admitting your mother's will to probate and authorizing the county clerk to issue letters testamentary. Mr. Mills is going to e-file those documents you sign with the county clerk and we'll get your letters for you. That way you'll be able to use those documents, show your authority to act on behalf of the estate so you can deal with real estate title companies, insurance companies, financial institutions. Please make sure that y'all cooperate with Mr. Mills in getting him a listing of the assets of your mother's estate because he's got 90 days from today to file an inventory with the court. But otherwise, I know he'll do a great job of guiding you through the process. And y'all try to get him to have a deeper appreciation for artwork before you leave his office.
I'll have some next time.
Y'all have a great week. Mr. Mills, let me know if you need anything.
Will do. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Mr. Warren on Kelly. Self-approved.
Start video. That's what we're looking for. Come on. No.
Well, I can see one of the witnesses.
We're gonna get the other one over here in just a sec, Judge.
You're blurry. Well, one of the witnesses is clear and the other one's blurry.
There you are.
Yes, I can see them both. Good morning, guys.
Morning.
All right, could I get y'all to raise your right hands, please? Do you and each of you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this call shall be the truth, so help you God?
I do. I do.
All right, I'm going to hold up what purports to be the last will and testament of Jerry D. Kelly. Do y'all recognize that as being his will?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Okay, and I'm going to go to the signature page and ask y'all, is that his signature on that document?
Yes. Yes, sir.
And after the date he made this will on March 26th of 2021, did he ever change it or revoke it?
No, sir. No, sir.
All right, if y'all will go right ahead, Mr. Warren.
All right, thank you, Your Honor. Alan, I'm gonna get you in closer so the judge can see you there. You're here regarding the death of your dad, Jerry D. Kelly, is that correct?
Correct.
All right. And he did die August 28, 2021 here in Jefferson County.
Yes, sir.
And he resided in this county.
Yes, sir.
All right. And you previously, and your brother as well, has had a chance to go over this proof and death of other facts that we presented to the judge. Is everything true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
All right. I believe that's all the questions I have this morning, Your Honor.
Okay, if you'll let me know when they've signed the proof and it's notarized along with their oath, please.
They are signing right here. Now, she'll put in the date. You just sign.
I wonder if you have some kind of filter on your lens of your camera, Mr. Warren. So one of the witnesses will show up and then the other one, and then otherwise they're blurred.
All right. I'm gonna have to work on that for the next hearing, Judge. I'm not quite sure what to do with that. It's always a new world every day.
Well, I think Alan was called before the hearing and said that he was going to show up because he's the better looking of the two brothers.
Yeah, David has something to say about that. All right, we're getting them, everything signed. Barbara's notarizing them as we go.
She's notarizing them, you said?
Yeah, she's not quite done, but she's working on them.
Okay, thank you.
Got one more to go.
While she's working on them, as soon as she's finished notarizing those, I'll sign the order admitting your dad's will to probate, authorizing the county clerk to issue letters testamentary that will give you authority to act on behalf of the estate. So you use those letters if you need to deal with real estate title companies, banks, insurance companies, anything like that. Y'all will need to cooperate with Mr. Warren in getting him a listing of the assets of your dad's estate because he'll have 90 days from today to file an inventory with the court. But I know he's going to do a good job of guiding y'all through the process. And if there's anything else you need, just let me know and we'll be happy to help.
Your Honor, everything has been notarized now, signed and notarized.
All right. And the order is signed and y'all have a great week and take care of yourselves, guys.
Thank you, Judge. We will leave now.
Do you have another hearing, Mr. Warren?
I believe that's the only one I have this morning.
Okay, very good. Y'all take care. Go up. Okay.
Can you hear me?
I can.
Okay, what do we do now?
Just 1 second.
Okay.
right. Good morning.
Good morning.
All right, could I get you, both of you, to raise your right hand, please? Do you and each of you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this call should be the truth, so help you God?
I do.
I do.
All right, I'm going to hold up what purports to be the last will and testament of Jeanette Pannell Dworon. Do y'all recognize that as being her will?
Yes.
I'm going to go back to the signature page and ask you, is that your mother's signature on that document?
It is, yes.
All right, and after the date she made this will on July 22nd of 2013, did she ever change it or revoke it?
Not that we know of. No.
All right, go ahead, Mr. Latchley.
Good morning, Ms. Matasetti and Ms. Castillo. Have you had a chance to look over the document entitled Proof of Death and Other Facts?
Yes, we have.
And Ms. Castillo, I understand that the last digit of your driver's license in that document was supposed to be a 6 instead of an 8 like it's printed there. And we will correct that before you sign that today in my office. Other than that, is everything contained in the document true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, it is.
Ms. Matasetti, is everything contained in the proof of death and other facts true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, it is.
And it's true that your mom, Jeanette Doran, passed away on November 9th, 2019, correct?
Yes.
Correct.
And she was a resident of Jefferson County, correct?
Yes.
And at the time she signed her will, she was of sound mind and over the age of 18, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
And after the date of her will, which was July 22nd, 2013, were any children born or adopted by Miss Doran?
No.
At this time, Your Honor, I'm asking that the order be signed and admit Miss Doran's will to probate.
All right, thank you, Mr. Latchley. So lady, what's going to happen is you're going to make arrangements, sign your proof of death and other facts and your oath before a notary public. And you're then going to give those to Mr. Latchley. He's going to e-file those with the county clerk. When he does that, I'll sign the order admitting your mother's will to probate, authorizing the county clerk to issue both of you letters testamentary that'll give you authority to act on behalf of the estate. Y'all will have 90 days from the date I sign the order to provide the court with an inventory of the assets of the estate. But I know that Mr. Ladiolis will guide you through the process. So I hope everything goes well. Mr. Ladiolis, if you need anything, let me know.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, y'all have a great week. Take care of yourself.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And let's see here. Mr. Adams. Yeah, self-approved.
Yeah. I hit the wrong thing. Turned it off.
Mr. Adams,
Yes, sir.
all I'm looking at is a blank wall.
A blank wall. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Let me turn it down. Can you see me?
Okay, there you are. Good morning, Miss Kidd.
Miss Kidd, I'm sorry, Judge.
Hi, Mrs. Kidd, if I could get you to raise your right hand, please. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this call should be the truth so help you God?
I do.
Okay, Ms. Kidd, I'm going to show you what purports to be the last will and testament of Jerry Tillman Kidd. Do you recognize that as being his will?
Yes, sir.
And I'm going to go to the signature page and ask you, is that Mr. Kidd's signature on that will?
Yes, sir.
And after the date he made this will on September 26th of 2000, did he ever change it or revoke it?
No, sir.
Okay, go right ahead, Mr. Adams.
Okay, you're Sandra Jean Kidd, is that right?
Yes, sir.
And Jerry Tillman Kidd was your husband.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to show you, we went over it earlier this morning, you reread this proof of death and other facts, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Is everything in this proof of death and other facts true and correct?
Yes, sir.
And also, you're going to sign an oath, and you are willing to carry out the executorship of your husband's will, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And there's nothing prohibiting you from acting as independent executors of his estate,
Yes, sir.
and you're willing to do it.
Yes, sir.
Let me get you to sign these, and Sandy will take your acknowledgement. Sandra, but both of them, yeah, all three names.
Ms. Kidd, do you live near Bill and Margaret Carlson?
Yes, sir. He lives right down this, they live right down the street from me. I live on the corner of Maryland and West Kitchen, and they live in the cul-de-sac just right down from me.
I live over in Windsor, not too far from you.
Oh, yeah, no, that's not far at all.
But I go to church with Bill and Marga, so anytime I need to do some work that I don't have the right tools, I can always count on Bill having the tools I need.
That's for sure. He does.
Let me know when it's notarized, Mr. Adams.
She's doing it right now.
So, Ms. Kidd, after it's notarized, I'll sign the order admitting Mr. Kidd's will to probate and authorizing the county clerk to issue letters testamentary that will give you authority to act on behalf of the estate. And then Mr. Adams will guide you through the process and talk to you about the necessity of filing an inventory with the court within 90 days. But otherwise, I hope everything goes well and smoothly.
Well, thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
I just heard the notary stamp, so it sounds like
Yeah,
it's
we
done.
did. Can you, here's the proof of fact, Your Honor.
All righty. I have signed the order. And Mr. Adams, I hope everything goes well. Let me know if you need anything else.
Okay, I sure appreciate it, Your Honor.
You take care of yourself, Miss Kidd.
Thanks, sir.
Bye-bye. Okay, looks like Melanie McDonald.
Good morning, Judge.
Good morning. Okay, good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, let me see if I understand this, Ms. McDonald. So, Ms. Gibbs died in 2017?
That's correct. Well,
Okay.
the
More
elder
than
Miss,
4 years have elapsed since the date of her death. And
Yes.
then the original, I'm trying to understand why the originally named executor of Ms. Gibbs' estate should be disqualified because she has no interest in the estate.
well, I can explain it, Judge. It's not that her estate is disqualified. The other Gibbs that is listed is her daughter, and she's passed away as well. So both the executor and the successor executor are both deceased.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I got you.
And so, yeah, so originally we were asking the successor executor to be excused as, you know, I don't think I used the term unqualified. I think I used improper or something else. But the thing is that the estate is all being inherited by Miss White, and it would have just been one other body to handle the business of the estate. And she was a bit older and not well. So it would have been just easier for Miss White to take care of everything.
Yeah, but typically we'd have to have a waiver and consent.
We requested one, but she passed away before we could get to court. And so but we had sent one out to her and requested that from the successor executor, but literally, I think 3 months after we filed, she passed away.
Okay, Ms. White, did you know Mildred Lee O'Neill Gibbs?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna hold, if you'll raise your right hand, please. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this call shall be the truth, so help you God?
Yes, I do.
Okay, I'm gonna hold up what purports to be the last will and testament of Mildred Lee O'Neill Gibbs. Do you recognize that as being her will?
Yes.
Are you familiar with her signature?
No.
Okay, you knew her before she passed away in 2017?
Yes.
Well, I guess I'm on, so you're not familiar with that signature that's on that document?
It looks familiar, Judge. It looks familiar. I've seen her like social security card and things like that. I just haven't looked at it in a while.
Okay, well, we've got a self-proving affidavit on here. I just try to expedite things a little bit. Has your attorney, Ms. McDonald, provided you with a document called the Proof of Death and Other Facts?
Yes, sir.
Have you reviewed that document?
Yes, sir.
Is everything contained therein true and correct and within your personal knowledge?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what you're going to do is, I'm sorry, Ms. McDonald, for asking all your questions this morning, but this case confused me a little bit with the difference in the dates of death.
I'm sorry about that, Judge.
But my clerk had said something to me about a probate being had in Brazoria County, and I was trying to figure out why we were probating this will if it had already been probated. Then I figured it out, or she explained to me that it was the successor whose will had been probated. So what's going to happen, Ms. White, is you're going to make arrangements, sign your proof of death and other facts and your oath before a notary public and get those to Ms. McDonald. She'll e-file those with the Jefferson County Clerk. When she does that, I'll sign the order admitting the will to probate and authorizing the clerk to issue letters of administration that will give you authority to act on behalf of the estate. Please make sure that you cooperate with Ms. McDonald in getting her a listing of the assets of Ms. Gibbs' estate, because she's going to have 90 days from the date I sign the order to file an inventory with the court, okay?
Yes, sir. Got it.
All right. Well, I hope everything goes well. If y'all need anything else, give me a call. But y'all have a great week and take care of yourselves.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Judge.
You bet. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, looks like Mr. Yo's.
Let's see. Good morning, Judge.
Good morning, Mr. Yo's. Give me 1 second.
Sure. Oh, I gotta tell my notary to come in here. Oh, here she is. There you go.
Okay, you are Marilyn Sanford Holt.
Yes, sir.
And Ms. Holt, you live in Weatherford, Parker County, Texas?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Sorry.
Excuse me.
Okay. When was the last time you were a resident of Jefferson County, Texas? Or have you ever been?
Yes, 1985.
Okay, very good. I just wanted to correct something here on some of the documents. If I could get you to raise your right hand, please. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this call should be the truth, so help you God?
Yes, I do.
Okay, Ms. Holt, I'm going to hold up what purports to be the last will and testament of Josephine Starnes. Do you recognize that as being her will?
Yes, sir, I do.
And I'm going to go back to the signature page and ask you, is that her signature on that document?
Yes, sir, it is.
And after the date she made this will on February 27th of 2018, did she ever change it or revoke it?
No, sir.
Okay, go right ahead, Mr. Yos.
All right, thank you, Your Honor. All right. Josephine Barnes Starnes, also known as Josephine, is it Merle Starnes? That's your mother, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And she died in Beaumont, Jefferson County, Texas on July 18th, 2021. Is that right?
That's correct.
And she was 89 years old at the time of her death?
Yes.
Okay. Have you seen this proof of death and other facts?
Yes.
Have you read it?
Yes, sir.
Is everything in it true and correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. If you would please sign it in front of a notary here.
Ms. Ms. Holt, what was your mother's address?
6775 Linkwood.
In Beaumont?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
7770.
She was a resident of Jefferson County at the time of her death. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, go right ahead, Mr. Yos.
Okay. Ms. Holt, if you would please sign the proof of death. And you're asking the court to appoint you as executor of your mother's estate. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Have you seen this oath here?
Yes.
Do you agree to do everything according to this oath and according to your mother's wishes as set forth in her will?
Yes, I do.
Okay, if you would please sign that. Your Honor, we'd ask that you appoint her as the executor of her mother's estate.
Okay, let me know when everything is notarized, please, sir.
I will.
Or at least the proof. You can't get your letters until you file the oath. All I need is the proof.
Yeah, she just stamped it. All right, proof's done.
All right, Mrs. Holt, I've signed the order admitting your mother's will to probate and authorizing the clerk to issue letters testamentary that'll give you authority to act on behalf of the estate. Please make sure that you cooperate with Mr. Yos in getting him a listing of the assets of your mom's estate because he has 90 days to file an inventory with the court. But otherwise, I know he'll do a good job of guiding you through the process. And I hope y'all have a great week and y'all take care of yourself. Let me know if you need anything else, Mr. Yos.
All right, thank you, Judge.
Thank you, sir.
I'll have a great one.
You too.
We can bring on Mr. Brinkley. I'm gonna run in my office real quick.
For some reason, it's not showing up. Let me try what's going on. Okay. We're good there. Okay, there we go. I hear him whispering.
He'll be right back, Dean.
Yeah, no problem.
And Ramona's still not on.
I don't know what to tell you. We haven't been able to get in touch with her either. Cindy's kind of working on it, but I'm not sure what the deal is.
You may have to get another witness so we can move this estate forward.
No, I'm gonna see if Cindy's heard anything. I'm gonna ask her if she's heard anything yet.
Okay. Okay, well, he'll be back shortly. Just let me know.
No, but well, we're doing the Vickers estate, and I've got Miss Vickers here, and we're ready to go on that one. if we need to.
Yes, yeah, he'll be right here.
Okay, thank you, Melissa.
Uh-huh.
See you in a little bit. Oh, what's happened to this is when we have trouble getting witnesses. We had two other witnesses. We had the hearing. One of them didn't show up. Let's see what Cindy says. Well, you got a busy week?
Not too much. This was the extent of it, and then
Oh, look at you.
I'll have that and,
Just working, huh?
just working on some furniture restoration.
Oh, okay.
So that's one of my.
That's always
passions.
fun.
Oh, I love doing, taking some old pieces and bringing new life to
Yeah,
them and
yeah.
stuff. So I thought, well, this works out pretty good, maybe I can start my own little business.
Yeah, yeah. Mhm.
Very bottom.
Yikes.
It looks like we had a little typing problem. Is it Galavese or Galavazzi?
Galaviz.
All right, Ms. Galavez, if I can get you to raise your right hand, please. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this call should be the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir, I do.
All right, I'm going to hold up what purports to be the last will and testament of Henry Vickers. Do you recognize this as being his will?
Yes, sir.
And I'm going to go back to the signature page. I ask you, is that his signature on that document?
Yes, sir, that's my daddy's.
And after the date he made this will on October 26th of 2016, did he ever change it or revoke it?
No, no, sir.
Okay. I take it that Lucille Vickers preceded your father in death?
Yes, sir.
Okay, go right ahead, Mr. Brinkley.
Okay, thank you, Judge. Tony, you're Tony Gallavez, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
You know, what the judge was asking you about just now is whether or not your dad made another will that took the place of this will that we have here today.
Oh, no, sir, he didn't.
Okay. You and I have had a chance to go over these two documents. One of them is called the First Amended Proof of Death and Other Facts. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And all of the information on there is true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
Very good. I'm going to go ahead and have you sign this one for me.
Okay.
How much longer till you're going to be back in your office, Mr. Brinkley?
Judge, we're going to have to buy a new office, it looks like. I don't think we're going to be able to get back in the old Broadway office. So we're here in a temporary space at Scallon Controls. This is the oath, by the way. They've given us some temporary office space while we look for a new building. So if you see anything that looks good, let me know.
Very good. Well, I hope it goes smoothly.
Well, thank you, Judge. It's so far so good.
Okay, Ms. Gallavese, what's going to happen is that they're going to notarize that your proof, and once the proof and oath are e-filed with the clerk, you'll be able to get letters testamentary because I will have signed the order admitting your father's will to probate and authorizing the clerk to issue those letters. The letters are what you're going to use to show your authority to act on behalf of the estate. So if you need to deal with financial institutions, real estate title companies, insurance companies, or anything like that, you'll be able to do that. Let me see here. Please make sure that you cooperate with Mr. Brinkley in getting him a listing of the assets of your dad's estate, because he's going to have 90 days from today to file an inventory with the court. Are we all notarized, Mr. Brinkley?
Yes, sir, we are.
All right, the order is signed. If you need anything else, just give me a holler, but I hope everything goes smoothly and y'all have a great week.
Thank you, Judge. You too.
Take care now.
Bye-bye.
Hey, looks like. This morning.
Report, and we're taking testimony only. The citation will be right till Monday.
Okay. Good morning.
Good morning, Your Honor.
All right, so you have Miss Strickland, Miss Clark, and Miss Bethel with you, is that correct?
That's right, Your Honor.
All right, if I could get all of you to raise your right hand. Do you and each of you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this cause should be the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Okay, go right ahead, Ms. Norman.
Thank you very much, Your Honor. If y'all want to sit down over here, it's okay with the court. We're going to do the disinterested witnesses testimony first. So
That'll be just fine.
Great. Let me make sure I get them both in the screen. Okay, Ms. Clark, we're going to start with you first. If you could state your name for the court.
Sandra Clark.
And we're here, you're going to be offering testimony as a witness on behalf of the estate of Margaret Cabot. Is that correct?
Yes.
And you've had an opportunity to read that affidavit concerning the facts regarding the identity of heirs. Is that correct?
Yes.
And everything in it is true and correct as far as you know and believe.
Yes.
I pass a witness if the court or the ad litem has any questions.
Okay, I can see that the ad litem's on. I have no video with her. Do you have audio with me? Ms. Hart? Ms. Hoffman?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
No, the ad litem, it's Nancy Hoffman. It says that she's on, but I can't hear her.
Okay, I can hear her. Do you have any questions of these witnesses, Ms. Hoffman? Well, I thought I heard her.
There she goes.
Can you hear me, Ms. Hoffman? Have you enabled your audio at the bottom or unmuted yourself? I'm not hearing you. Okay, I'm not able to establish audio connection with Ms. Hoffman, so if she has it. Can you hear
Can
me?
you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can now. Do you have any
Okay.
questions?
No, I do not. I'm satisfied from my conversations with both of the disinterested witnesses and my research that the heirs have been properly named.
All right, thank you. Go right ahead, Ms. Norman.
Thank you, Ms. Hoffman. Okay, we'll go to the next witness. Same question for you. Can you please state your name for the court?
Jan Vessel.
And you've had an opportunity to read that affidavit concerning the facts of the heirs. Is that correct?
Yes, I have.
And everything in it is true and correct as far as you know and believe?
Yes.
Thank you. If you will both sign it on the next page and I will notarize it.
We'll move on to the applicant.
Yes, please. Strickland. We're here on an application to determine heirship and also an application to have you appointed as independent administrator. Is that correct?
Yes.
And you had an opportunity to read this proof of death and other facts. We have one for the heirship determination and also for the administration. And you've read both of these, is that correct?
Yes.
And is everything in it true and correct as far as you know and believe?
Yes.
Great. I'm going to have you sign these here in the presence of the court and in front of me. There's your pen right there. And then I will notarize them just right there. And we've gone over what it means for you to be an independent administrator. Is that correct?
Yes.
And you understand your job and your duties regarding that appointment. Is that
Yes.
correct? Okay, I'm gonna have you sign this oath right here. Does the court have any other questions for Mrs. Strickland?
Well, let me know when all the proofs are notarized, please. Oh, I'm sorry. We're going to go ahead and let you go. I forgot the citation does not ripe until Monday. So what's going to happen is that Monday I'll sign the order admitting the will to probate and or declaring heirs and authorizing administration of your mother's estate. And Ms. Norman will guide you through the rest of the process, assist you in preparing an inventory. And I hope everything goes well. Ms. Norman, if you need anything, just let me know. But
Thank you, Your Honor.
otherwise, y'all have a great week.
Thank you.
And thank you to the disinterested witnesses for coming in.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, so we're going to Mr. Dowden.
To work faster. We tested it already.
You what?
We tested it this morning.
With Mr.
Down. A while back, that's why I have about it.
Does that look right? She looks like he's in a bad mood again today.
Absolutely. Good morning, Mr. Boy.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you so much. Despite, you straightened up those pictures back there.
You know what I was going to do is like make them really crooked. And I was like, man, I don't know if I want to catch you on a bad day. Anyway. Okay.
All right, Mrs. Savoy, could I get you to raise your right hand, please, ma'am? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this call should be the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Okay, Mrs. Savoy, I'm going to hold up what purports to be the last will and testament of Eno John Savoy Jr. Do you recognize that as being his will?
Yes.
And I'm going to go back to the signature page. Ask you, is that Mr. Savoy's signature on that document?
Yes, it is.
And after the date he made this will on July 27th of 2011, did he ever change it or revoke it?
Yes.
Okay, go right ahead, Mr. Dowden.
Thank you, Judge. Ms. Savoy, we have a proof of death and other facts that contains a lot of information in it for the court. You've had a chance to read that at home and again this morning here in my office. Is that right?
Yes.
Is everything contained in that document within your knowledge and true and correct?
Yes.
Okay, and we've also got an oath of independent executor. You and I talked about that a while ago. Is that true? Right?
Yes.
And you understand that we're promising Judge Brannick will take care of the affairs of your husband's estate to the best of your ability. Is that true?
Yes.
Okay, Judge, that's all we have. We'll sign unless you need anything further.
No, go right ahead and let me know when everything's notarized, please.
If you'll sign right there, Rosie Lane Savoy. Okay, and then if you'll hold that pen and sign your oath, please, ma'am.
This one.
Yes, ma'am, right, like we have it on the line here. Ma'am. Okay, Judge, we're signed and notarized on both documents.
And Mrs. Savoy, I have signed the order admitting Mr. Savoy's will to probate and authorizing the clerk to issue letters testamentary. If you'll please make sure that you cooperate with Mr. Dowden in getting him a listing of the assets of the estate. He had 90 days from today to file an inventory with the court, but otherwise I know he'll do a good job of guiding you through the process. I'm so very sorry for your loss and I hope everything goes well. And Mr. Dowden, if there's anything else you need, give me a holler.
We'll do it, Judge. Thank you so much. Have a good week.
All right, y'all take care of yourselves.
Thank you. It's a beautiful day outside if you can get out there.
It is gorgeous. It's a shame to be inside the house.
Thanks, Judge.
Take care.
Yes, sir. Okay.
And Mr. Brett.
I hate to say who's my favorite judge because right.
Morning, Judge.
Good morning, Mr. Townsend. How are you doing?
Never been better. I got an extra hour of sleep, so I'm
good for you. Good morning, Ms. Manuel.
Good morning. How are you?
Doing great. You're not dressed like a person who looks like they live at Crystal Beach.
I'm not.
You ought to have head flops and sunglasses on.
We just had that conversation and you're lucky I found some clothes to throw on to be appropriate for this.
All right, Ms. Manuel, could I get you to raise your right hand, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this cause should be the truth so help you God?
Yes.
Okay, let me see something here. 1 second. Okay, I'm going to hold up what purports to be the last will and testament of Larry Hyde. Do you recognize that as being his will?
Yes, sir.
And I'm going to go back to the signature page and ask you, is that his signature on that document?
Yes, sir, it is.
And after the date he made this will on November 6th of 2015, did he ever change it or revoke it?
No, sir.
All right, go right ahead, Mr. Townsend.
Thank you, Your Honor. I have in front of you a proof of death and other facts in this. Hang on one second. You've had a chance to review
Yes.
it, and everything in that is true and correct?
Yes.
And if appointed administrator or executor of the estate, you've had a chance to review this oath?
Yes, sir.
And you agree to be bound by that oath?
Yes, sir.
Okay, no further questions, Your Honor.
Okay, let me know when her proof of death and other facts is notarized, please. Ms. Manuel, once she's notarized those documents, I'll sign the order admitting your father's will to probate and authorizing the clerk to issue letters that will give you authority to act on behalf of the estate.
Okay.
So Mr. Townsend will e-file those documents with the clerk and then be able to get your letters for you. You can use them to deal with financial institutions, real estate title companies, and so forth.
Okay.
You're going to have 90 days to provide Mr. Townsend with information about what was in your father's estate so that he can file an inventory with the court within that time period, okay?
Yes, sir.
Otherwise, I hope everything goes well. Are we notarized yet, Mr. Townsend?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, the order is signed. Y'all have a great week and let me know if you need anything and take care of yourself.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Dean had a hearing on the 20th of October, and member Ramona Parks didn't show up. We couldn't get her online, so we're still waiting to do her testimony. She showed up online today, but Dean is already gone, so I don't know if we need to try to call Dean.
Call him and see if he will
Or do we just want to take her testimony?
get her on here.
She's on here twice. I'm gonna admit her under both things.
Ramona Parks.
Yes. I tried to call Dean's office and it went to voicemail.
Ms. Parks, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Can you enable your video at the bottom left-hand corner? There should be a camera.
Okay.
There you are. All right, you are Ramona Parks?
Yes, sir.
Okay, if I could get you to raise your right hand, please. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in cause number 1255539, the estate of Gilpatrick Ruffin, shall be the truth so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Brinkley is not online, but I assume Mr. Brinkley provided you with a document called an affidavit of fact concerning the identity of heirs?
Yes, sir.
Okay, did you review
Yes, sir.
that?
Yes, I did.
And was everything in there true and correct?
Yes, sir.
And so, let me see here. How long did you know the decedent Gilpatrick Ruffin?
At least 30 years since my sister and Ricky started dating. So it's been at least 30 years.
Okay, and so the heirs and only heirs of his estate would have been his brother, Ricky Lynn Ruffin, his nephew, Frederick Scott, who was the son of Linda Faye Scott, Mia Hawkins, a niece that was the daughter of Shonda Hawkins, Rosalind Martin, a sister, Raphael Ruffin Jr., a brother, Jack Ruffin, a brother, Rachel Lott, a niece who's the daughter of Albert Ruffin, Ashley Ruffin, an adult who's a niece of daughter of Albert Ruffin, and Tierney Jean Ruffin, a niece who's the daughter of Timothy Ruffin. Is that correct?
Correct. Yes, sir.
All right. So if you can make arrangements to sign that affidavit of fact concerning the identity heir and get that to Mr. Brinkley, then I'll be able to sign the order. I appreciate you appearing today, and I hope you have a great week, Ms. Park.
Yes, I was going to say I did that, and I had it notarized, and I emailed it back to Cindy.
Very good. Well, thank you
Okay.
so much for your time, and you take care of yourself.
All right, thank you. Bye-bye.
All right, bye-bye. Okay, you can let Mr. Brinkley know that she showed up.
Will do.
Okay, who we got?
Aaron Wallace. That's that last one. Sorry, that's the first.
Good morning, Judge.
Good morning. Give me 1 minute here. Okay, so the application says Charlotte K. Perry and the death certificate says Charlotte K. Tusha.
Yeah, Your Honor, when I went to file that, the filing clerk sent it back and said they would need the application to reflect the name on the will. Because I initially tried to file it under the name that she had when she deceased. And for whatever reason, they didn't accept it when I filed it that way. Should we file an amended application?
Now, give me 1 second.
We were just discussing that, and it was puzzling to us as well, how we're gonna, because she's got checks that need to be deposited that are in Touche, in the name of
Okay.
Touche.
Miss Reed, would you raise your right hand, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony that you're about to give in this call should be the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Okay, Ms. Reed, your name is Rachel Lynn Reed?
Correct.
And were you formerly known at the time of the making of the will in 1987 as Rachel Lynn Morse?
Yes, sir.
And I'm going to hold up what purports to be the last will and testament of Charlotte K. Perry. Do you recognize that as being her will?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to go back to the signature page and ask you, is that your mother's signature on that document?
Yes, sir.
And after the date she made this will on January 13th of 1987, did she ever change it or revoke it?
No, sir.
And at the time of your mother's death, was she known as Charlotte K. Tusha?
Yes, sir.
And with her maiden name Dryden?
Yes, sir.
And had she gotten married after 1987? Was that the reason for her change of name?
Yes, sir.
All right, go right ahead, Mr. Wallace.
Judge, I had a quick question. Ms. Reed pointed out two inaccuracies on her proof form. She died at the age of 70 on line number 1 instead of 78. And on line number 6, that's a complete typo. She was never divorced. So we haven't done anything to it. Can I strike that?
Yeah, why don't you do this? Why don't you go ahead and prepare a new proof, get her to sign it, notarize it before she leaves. call me and let me know that it's been notarized. I'll sign the order admitting the will to probate and authorizing Ms. Reed to receive letters testamentary. And Ms. Reed, once he's done that, the county clerk will be authorized to provide you with letters that will give you authority to act on behalf of the estate. So what he's going to do before you leave his office is correct that proof. You sign it before a notary. He'll e-file that with the county clerk. You'll be able to get the letters. And if you get that to me before, say 11:20, I'll get that signed today. And just let me know. Call me, Mr. Wallace, if you need anything else, but we'll get you taken care of, okay?
Yes, Judge, one other thing. Will she be able to pick those letters up today, or is there a time, does it take a while to get those issued?
As soon as I sign the order, she can get them within about 15 minutes.
Okay, great. Thank you, Judge.
Yeah, and email Melissa in my office that order. It's MEWA at co.jefferson.tx.us.
Got it, Judge. Thank you very much.
If you run into any problems with that email, just give us a call and they'll give it to you.
Will do, Judge. Thank you.
All right. I hope you all have a great week. And Ms. Reed, make sure that you cooperate with Mr. Wallace in getting him a listing of the assets your mother's estate. Because once I sign the order today, he's going to have 90 days to prepare and file with the court an inventory. Okay?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. Y'all have a great week. Let me know if you need anything. Is there anything else, Melissa?
Yes, this is going to be to seal those court documents.
Is this the same case?
No, not with him.
Oh, okay. Y'all are excused. Have a great one. Take care.
Thank you, Judge. You too.